So next month is June.
Yep.
And actually, it may be we're going to do this video in 2 weeks. So this video would be in June, wouldn't it?
Well,
no, it'll be next week. We're going to do Memorial Day weekend is when we're putting this up.
Okay, cool.
All right. So June is
Pearl month.
Yes, and Alexandrite, but that's
Moonstone, but
Moonstone. That's modern. Is that what we consider modern?
It kind of depends on it depends on what list you look at.
Yeah, doesn't it really?
There's really no standard.
I mean, who makes these lists? I want to know who that person is.
Was it the ICA as part of it, International Colorstone Association?
Really? See, I didn't know that.
It was they're the ones that added tanzanite to December.
To December,
and then whoever does the agreeing, you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, whatever. So. All right, so let's talk about pearls. Pearls,
one of the OG gemstones.
It is, and one of the only gemstone that is sustainable, where we're not going to mine it out unless we pollute our waters.
Kill all the shellfish.
Yeah, I don't think they want to do that. Although they didn't like biwa.
I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, look what's happening in some of the pearl farms.
Yes,
they're dying off, and I heard recently that's why akoyas are going to be limited for the next little bit. Is they had a huge die off.
But
to grow the oysters again.
Are we talking Japan or are we talking all akoyas? Because Vietnam is a pretty big producer of akoyas.
I think it was Japan.
Japan,
yeah, Japanese akoya.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if that radiation leak that they had has any effect on.
I don't know. That could be interesting on pearls, though.
What glow in the dark pearls?
Bring it. Let's go. The new club.
Fukushima pearls. So you want Mikamoto? Now we have Fukushima pearls. No.
As long as they pass a radiation check. As long as they pass the Geiger
count. They do a blue topaz.
Yeah.
So
a different kind of radiation, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they're one of the oldest known gemstones. They were, I mean, in almost prehistoric times from the Persian Gulf. Okay,
so that's where that's the original pearls. That's the OG of pearls, natural pearls.
Yeah, of course. I'm assuming they were, fishing for food and happened to find these fun little spherical shaped things, and of course, they find them completely randomly, and they're not found in every oyster. So they like people are wont to do. If there's not a lot of something, they put a higher value on it.
And they want to adorn themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's where they used to make their money. That's where Saudi Arabia and all of Arabia would make their money, was in pearls. There was no need for oil, was there?
Not back then, no.
No. But when there was a big need for oil, that pretty much was the end. Or
they didn't have to rely on pearl farming or searching for natural pearls to make their money. Another source, but they still they still I'm not gonna say farm, but they still find natural pearls, and they are hugely popular over there.
I would think so.
Hugely popular.
I would be hugely expensive too.
Yeah. I went to the Doha jewelry show. This is back in 2017.
Really? Wow.
And the amount of natural pearls there were incalculable. I thought they were rare. I mean, and they are to the rest of the world, but over there they are popular and they sell like hotcakes.
Wow.
And I was envious beyond all belief.
Did you buy any?
No.
That was a mistake.
Probably. Looking back, I'm like, yeah, I mean, although I almost did spend $30,000 on a Fabergé piece,
but I can imagine how much that would have appreciated today.
I know. Hindsight's always 20/20.
Yes.
Otherwise, my crystal ball's kind of
that's right. I would have bought gold 10 years ago and sat on it, and
until the price raised to $100. Now, nope, time to move.
That's me. That's me. Yeah, take the profit. Take the profit.
A quick nickel.
Yeah. And then Japan got in the game. Was that the next step on pearls? Was Mikimoto? Well, let's move South Sea aside. Because South Sea and Tahitians are kind of like a separate game in this.
Yeah. So so Kokichi Mikimoto developed the culturing process, thankfully, because he brought pearls to the masses. Before that, they were strictly almost like diamonds were back in the day, only for the rich and elite. Mm-hmm. So he made them affordable for the masses.
Kind of like lab-grown diamonds. Another discussion.
Pearls are still more rare.
Yes. Yeah, but at least you can grow them. It's not finite.
True.
Okay, where gemstones out of the ground,
there's a limited amount.
They're finite, and they're raping Africa. I'm not saying bloodstones, but when I say raping, I mean the land and stuff.
Earth,
yeah. You ever see one of those pits? It's just
right.
It's just horrible.
Yeah, but yeah, as long as we don't pollute the water too much, as long as we keep chemicals and we try to prevent massive die-offs on the oysters, yeah, like they'll be around for quite a while.
Yeah. So. Then the 80s came, and China got into the game.
Right.
Yeah, with it. Each one of these are different mollusks. When they say pearls from oysters, yes, an oyster can create a pearl. Just about any kind of mollusk can create a pearl.
Right. Even snails.
Yeah, snails and conchs and definitely. But specific species are better for it.
Right.
And I forget the name of the freshwater species, but that sucker grows big.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you can literally put hundreds of implants in that and have hundreds of pearls. And they got in. That was expensive. I can relate in 1982, 1983, maybe early 1980. Yeah, 1982. I was making beaded necklaces and freshwater rice pearls.
Mm-hmm.
Just came out, and I paid $42 a strand.
And I mean, what was the new thing?
Yeah,
it was the hot new ticket.
Yeah, and $1982 for which is what 100, 125, 150 a strand.
Probably these days, Probably 4 to 5 times that.
Yeah, except how much are they today for a strand of rice pearls?
42 cents.
Yeah. If you bought them in bulk from overseas, you pay more in shipping than you paid for the pearls.
That's true.
Yeah,
but I mean, just like with everything, as technology improves, cost comes down.
Yeah.
So
and they didn't look smooth back then. They looked like Rice Krispies,
literally with that bumpy, crunchy syrup.
Exactly, it was Snap, Crackle, and Pop we had there.
But that was almost part of the attraction to them. They weren't these perfectly manicured looking things. They were actually had an organic to them, and they were different than most people knew. Yeah,
and we put them in gold. I mean,
why not?
Well, gold was
300 and
actually it went down. It was like 250, 260 an ounce. I have to look up after the Hunt brothers. After the Hunt brothers took on silver, drove it up. Price of gold drove up. Right. Then it all dropped off a cliff to like 260, I think, an ounce. And we were doing those. Do you remember a company or know a company called Bartholomew?
I know the name.
Right.
But I'm not familiar with
I would copy their necklaces. They would do the malachite.
Take inspiration
I took inspiration from it. I did my version of it. A malachite with 14 karat gold. And I would do rice pearls because a cheap strand of Akoyas, saltwater pearls, now they call them Akoyas. Back then they were saltwater.
Right.
A cheap strand was $150 a strand in 1980. And when I say a cheap strand with peels on it, I mean pearls that you would not see today. Pearls you would never, ever be able to buy. Right. They wouldn't exist on the market today, were $150 a strand. And I was at the New York show getting stuff for my parents when I was at Rutgers. They said, "You go to the show and get me a strand of pearls." And I saw some strands, and it was like $125. I thought it was for the whole hank.
Oh, well, that'd have been nice.
No, it wouldn't have been nice because they're horrible pearls.
Well, better than a strand.
Yeah, when you talk blems, it's like 80% of it was blemished.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It was like maybe they were in for 2 years, not even. And it was all bead with a little. Not anymore.
Thankfully,
not anymore.
Thankfully, tastes have come up.
Yeah,
standards have improved. So.
And during this time, we've had South Seas Tahitians for years.
Yeah,
and they're like a whole class unto themselves. Do you like you into Tahitians?
I love Tahitians. I actually have a beautiful strand that I wear not every day, but of course on a regular basis. And I have a big, long, like double strand of big, chunky freshwater Baroque pearls that I love.
Yeah, I thought you'd wear that today. The white one. We could throw one on you. I've got a bunch of them over here. Right? Yeah, we call those fireballs. Fireball pearls.
Even if they're white, which is...
fireball refers to just the shape of it, the ball on the front.
See, I'd call those comet pearls. As opposed
to they could be comet pearls, meteors.
Yeah.
fireballs.
Well, Fireball, personally, I reserve the Fireball name for those orangey, pinkish red ones.
Gotcha.
That's
the natural color
the
ones.
fire,
Yeah.
But, I mean,
Cool.
they're all trade terms. They're
Cool.
nothing set in stone.
Then we've got Edison pearls, and this is.
I'm excited for Edison pearls.
I think it's. I love Edison. You know, I love Edison pearls. I'm in the Edison game, but I think it's a dead end.
Yeah,
there's a dead end because it's only they're perfecting rounds,
right?
And I don't know if they can manipulate color and the metallic. I think it is what it is that you can't.
It's the water and the mollusk.
Yeah, but then that's the end.
Right. Where do you go from there?
Where exactly? Yeah. You want a nice strand of round, beautiful, big pearls, and you don't want to pay South Sea prices. Right. You go Edison.
Mm-hmm.
And now I don't know if this is true. You probably don't know this either because these are usually secrets. Edison pearls, you can heat and get that golden color.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
That was very intriguing to me.
Yeah, not that golden color, but the less expensive.
Right, but a nice warmer.
Yeah.
A warmer. I'm not more than off-white, but not quite.
Well, it's gold.
Right.
It's gold, but when you look at gold in South Seas, those of us in the business, there's an expectation.
Right.
These, and the reason why we actually do have some in stock, these are a couple levels under that expectation.
Right.
But still, if these were South Sea pearls, they'd probably be in the $5,000-$6,000 category.
They'd still be pricey,
right? As opposed to I don't know what we're selling them
a
for.
few $100 for a strand.
Yeah, $300-$400, something like that a strand.
Yeah, and you get a great look for a reasonable price.
Yes,
I mean, and because those of us that don't have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 to spend on a perfect strand or more, they're perfectly adequate.
Yeah,
and they're genuine pearls.
But what they can't do is they can't mimic a Tahitian pearl. You can dye.
They never look the same.
They will never ever look. They just won't do it.
Right.
It's just like when you buy black freshwater pearls or black whatever. They're not black. They were dyed. They were treated. They don't come out of the mollusk that way.
Right.
Soft pinks, soft purples.
Yeah, those are natural colors.
That's what I'm saying.
Natural colors.
Those are generally natural colors, but they're soft. And you go to Edison, metallic colors, weird. I think the person in that market to buy that really loves that.
Oh, I mean, I would move mountains for a strand of like 12 to 14 millimeter like grape jelly purples.
Right, but the retail customer wouldn't. And we've carried purples in here. Hardest sell ever. Just slightly under metallic.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, deep purple. Couldn't sell.
Well, I will tell you, purple's my favorite color. That's why. Why I'd go for the purple strand.
There you go. So you brought a bunch of pearls for us to see.
Yeah, I got porcelaneous pearls like conch pearls and clam, Tahitian, golden South Seas, faceted pearls, which are a super fun kind of thing, relatively new to the market.
Yeah, you brought some carved, a Galatea pearl, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Haven't said it yet, but maybe
it's kind of like a pomegranate.
In the sort, because it has
the shape. It's got the little thing on the top of it. Doesn't I don't remember seeing that? It's
it's a round pearl.
Don't you have what's the pearl with the stem? Is that faceted? Well, you're going to see it in the video.
Yeah. I'd have to pull the tray. I don't remember what I brought.
Yeah, we're redoing this.
First world problems. You don't remember what you have in inventory.
Yeah, we're redoing this video. We actually shot a different version of this, but it was out of sync. So
that's right. The little Tahitian guy.
Yeah,
the little faceted Tahitian guy has a little nub on it.
Yeah, has a little nubby on it. Yeah. So kind of like a pomegranate.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Here we go. Let's take a look at them.
Yay!
All right, there we go. Harry, what do we have here?
All right. Well, quick rundown. From the top left, you have a Baroque freshwater. Below that is a gray Tahitian. Below that is a cercle or circled pearl from the French Polynesian Islands. That's one of those rare blue-hued keshis. Some beautiful akoyas from Japan. That's another keshi, South Sea keshi. The one in the middle right there is actually from the Mississippi River.
Ooh.
Then we have a faceted golden South Sea.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep. And then we have a faceted Tahitian. And then the entire row right there, the top two are conch pearls, and
Look at that.
the bottom one is a giant clam pearl. And then this one here is also a clam pearl that looks like a mushroom. And we'll get into that in just a second. The one above it here, this is a pair of red Tahitians. They actually have a really nice red orient to them. And then the one on the top is one of those Galatea pearls.
Yeah, I was going to say, that looks like a Galatea pearl.
Yeah. Which, I mean, they're super fun. And so
Yeah.
Chiwin is a innovator, to say the least.
All right. So this is the Galatea pearl.
One of many, that he's done. This one actually has the coral center. So instead of a mother of pearl bead nucleus, he actually did one in red coral. He did turquoise, blue topaz, and citrine.
My wife has a gold ring of his with a citrine center carved back to the citrine.
Yeah. So imagine this pearl, with a color, not colorless, but a clear, transparent citrine ball in the middle of a pearl. The coolest thing.
Yes. I like the turquoise one. That's my favorite when it cuts back to the Sleeping Beauty turquoise bead inside of there.
I'm just surprised he got the oyster to adhere nacre to another substance.
It is a special process with a special mollusk. You know, it's all special.
Of course.
It's very special. But we would sell his carved beads like this, the Queen Bead Collection, with the 4mm hull that fit on the troll beads in the Pandora.
That's cool.
Yeah, really cool. I love his beads. I love his pearls. We had full bracelets of all the different colors of pearls going around it. But if you ever need anything, we still have a wholesale account with it.
Well, the reason I brought this one, I do have another one at home that's got paisleys carved down to the red coral, but that has a design ready to go for it, so I'm not bringing that one. Someone will eventually want to buy that one.
His brothers does carved hand grenades.
Really?
Yeah, and skulls.
Oh, I might need one of those.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh boy. So these are I call these cherries because very, very unusual to have a Tahitian pearl with a red overtone, like a red orient.
Can we see that?
It's a little bit difficult to see, but it is definitely, you hold it up to a, quote, standard Tahitian pearl. Here's that one with a nice little blue to it.
Yeah, you can see the reddish tinge there, yes.
Definitely got some red in it.
Yeah, you can see the tint.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And this is a different mollusk or just an oddball Tahitian?
Just an oddball, yeah.
Okay.
Like one of my guys had two pair that had that red tint to it.
I think secondary color is a good call on it.
And this one is another one of those more unusual Tahitians with a blue orient. Mm-hmm. But yeah, stunning. Usually they're purples and greens and stuff like that. So when you find something
peacocks.
When you find something unusual, I can't say no. This is one of those giant clam pearls. This one is a Baroque.
Okay, we're talking giant clam is in Sea Hunt.
Yep.
Down there, and it's going to eat me, that giant clam.
Yep, the one that's like as big as your dining room table.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one and the same. But this one looks like a mushroom. So.
Did the guy die trying to get it out of there? Was there a fight?
Contrary to what you may see in the movies, these things close horrifically slowly. Like you can swim in and out of this thing 3 times before you.
Oh my goodness, it's closing on me.
Give me 10 minutes.
It's closing on me. It's still closing on me.
Exactly.
Do you go in there and steal them? Or won't King Neptune, get you if you're stealing his pearls?
Well, if you find out how to get a hold of him, let me know.
Okay.
Because I have questions. Yeah. So these two are. This is one of those very, very, very expensive red conch pearls. And I think when you compare it to
you can see it's a real gelatinous looking. It's got that watery translucency going
it has
on.
Unlike any other pearl in existence. It looks like highly glazed Chinese porcelain, which is why they get the name porcelaneous pearl.
I'd like to have rhodochrosite in that color right there in that.
Give me some time. I'm sure I can find it for you. But those 3, that whole row, the red, the pink, and the white, those are all going into the same piece of jewelry. So this is another giant clam and a nice, beautiful drop shape. So it's not considered Baroque, but it does have a nice drop shape.
It's a nucleus drop.
Stop saying nucleus. These are natural.
Yeah, a natural drop.
So then the Mississippi River, and a lot of these they're called wing pearls because they do have a wing type of look to them, almost feathered.
And you got a ripple going on a wrinkle.
Yeah. And these are, like, I'm not going to say indicative, but very common from the Tennessee and Mississippi River.
I almost bought some strands of this from the American Pearl Company, but they were real proud of their prices.
That's a thing.
Yes.
I mean, we all do it. There's all stuff in our inventory that we love so much. It has a price, and if someone wants to pay our price, then they can have it.
Now, this is a faceted pearl. We had some strands of faceted pearls.
Yeah.
This is a big thing in the 90s, faceting pearls.
Right. And there's a resurgence. There was a company that these were actually faceted. This one was faceted for me. I sent 6 or 7 pearls to a lovely young lady up in Canada that did faceting for me. But this is a massive, like, drop-shaped and egg-shaped golden South Sea.
Well, I think if the pearl is special, the faceting could really bring it up. I mean, just really. But I've seen them just facet cheap pearls. It's like,
and they look.
Why?
And
Why?
And
Why did you guys do this?
They look cheap.
I might still have some.
Yeah, but one of the reasons I love faceted pearls is even though they are flat facets, just like a gemstone, they look quilted. They
look very much like quilted.
Yeah, they look 3-dimensional. They look like they're domed.
This looks like a pomegranate or a Chinese apple.
And I thought about cutting off that little dimple or that little
No.
Just for ease of setting, you know. It makes it a little easier to set and with a little cap, but I kind of love it. It looks like a little piece of fruit.
Maybe an acorn.
Yeah. Oh, speak of. Wait till you see the acorn.
You can put a little cap on there and hang it from the cap.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what? I have a citrine acorn and a carved agate oak leaf at home.
Ooh.
And this is that bluish South Sea Keshi.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is technically, I guess, a silver color, but it has that bluish tint to it, which, again, very, very difficult to find. You can.
So this is hollow?
No.
Okay.
No, this is a solid piece.
Okay.
And you can very, very occasionally find that bluish silver in an Akoya.
I'm going to let you explain this one while I go and... Oh, they're just Akoyas.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just
snooze. Here, explain this one. I'm going to look and see if I've got the hollow Keshi.
Oh, right on. So this is an Keshi in the world of pearls. It's a byproduct of the culturing process. So technically it's a natural pearl because it's not nucleated in any way. This is 100% nacre through and through. But if you send
It's
it
nacre
into a
instead
lab,
of nacre?
I say nacre. It's tomato.
Okay. Pecan,
Pecan, yeah. Even though it is pecan, by the way. You pee in a can, you eat a pecan.
All right.
But this is 100% nacre, but if you send this into a lab, they will not call it a natural pearl.
Well, it's a byproduct of farming,
Yes.
so it wouldn't have occurred unless there was a cultured pearl involved.
And what I'm trying to figure out how they know the difference. Because it's 100% nacre. How do you know it came from a cultured oyster or a cultured mollusk?
They could probably tell what mollusk it came from. All right, wait, stop.
Hammer time.
This is South Sea. I mean, this is Tahitian
Tahitian
hollow.
I bet this is easy
Keshi.
and fun to wear. Because being hollow, there's almost no weight there.
Yep.
There we go.
I got a couple strands of these a while ago. Babs made a piece out of it. One of them, the other one we sold. But these are hollow. Where it rejected the
implant.
The implant came out, and it just kept on building up the nacre.
Well, would that still be considered Keshi then? Or would this be just a hollow cultured?
They consider it Tahitian Keshi.
Because there's no implant.
Right.
Ah, okay, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still a byproduct, but no implant. The
Right.
implant was rejected, but it had already started. And
Yeah. That's cool.
I'll let you.
Oh yeah, it weighs nothing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And this is nice.
Isn't that cool?
I like it. Yeah. I'm a fan of Tahitians anyway, so.
This is a ring Tahitian?
Yep, that is a cercle or circle pearl. Baroque in shape, some may call it an oval.
So I can call them circles and charge more money now?
Yeah, because it sounds fancy. You got to pay for that accent over the last E, you know. But I've actually done a pendant with this type of pearl before, and it went over really well. So I have a couple more that I need to design with, and
This type of pearl requires design.
for sure.
Yeah, it's a strand of them is not the same. You work with the circle on there and that type of thing, and
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. And then, so this is that that bluish Tahitian. I call it gray. I wouldn't even call it black pearl. This is definitely more of a gray.
I can't get it out.
I'll just take the pearl. That's fine. But again, this has
Yeah.
that little bit of a bluish orient to it. And you generally don't find rich, intense blues when you get to the Tahitians. On occasion you can, but normally they're, again, more greens and purples.
You want blues, spend the money, get a Edison.
Yeah, we get a really nice one for sure. And then the last one up there, it's one of my favorites. I bought this at a gem show when I was still living in San Diego. But I bought it because it reminds me of one of the characters from Planet of the Apes. Right there. So if you look at it in that direction.
The orangutan?
Yeah, someone said, I think the Zara was
Yeah,
the name
I
of
think-
the character.
yeah.
So that reminded me of Zara from Planet of the Apes.
Reminds me of a frog head right there.
Depends
This is like clouds, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're going to see something that may or may not be there to
Yeah.
someone else. But yeah. So this has just been floating around in my collection for 15 years.
That'll make a nice pendant.
I thought so.
You could put a ring of gold around the neck.
It's,
Right here, a nice ring of gold around the neck. With diamonds, diamond-studded collar.
I call diamond collar would be kind of fun. You
Yeah.
do a little dark sapphire for an eye or something.
And then we've got a bear. And then we've got
See, I
Tyrannosaurus.
see a bison.
And then
Now I see the T-Rex head.
T-Rex head. Yeah. Cool.
Have very quote multifaceted pearl.
Yeah. Yeah. When you come in, we have strands of really cool pearls like this. That's the kind of pearl you want. I understand grandma's pearls and the round traditionals and stuff. But let's have fun with pearls.
Yeah, find something that speaks to you. With any piece of jewelry you buy, find something that speaks to you.
Yeah.
I mean, don't buy something just because it's this or that. Buy something because you like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this way you won't regret your purchase.
Yeah. And don't get pearls with white spots.
Unless that speaks to you.
Yeah.
It's one of those, I mean, just because it may not.
Do you know what they call those in China?
Treasure.
They call them repair pearls. Now, I know they haven't repaired them.
Right.
But those white dead spots, it's okay not to have total luster because a lot of times in the larger pearls, you're going to have areas that just not, but not white.
Yeah. Let's see while we're talking about it. Let's see if I can pick up some of the flame on this. This. Where are you going here?
It's hard.
It is really difficult to find. There we go. Yeah, it's much easier to see in person, yeah, you can see a little bit. It looks like a little ring around the belly of the pearl, and it's again they call it a flame structure. It almost has these little kind of wispy structures to it that gives it a flame appearance. And on a very rare occasion, they actually are iridescent. They're actually rainbow hued.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you find one of those, be prepared to pay for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, ridiculously fun.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our day with pearls. Stacy Horcher.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta.
Hey, Stacy, if you're out there watching our videos, I don't know if you are. I know you get our emails, but a shout out to you.
Oh yeah,
These
I love
are
it.
great.
Wear it. Three beautiful Tahitians on a macrame cord.
Yeah, and if anybody wants something like this, we get a hold of Stacy before he can get you one of them.
Yeah, and they're adjustable. I have a pretty large wrist, but it's very adjustable and it's very comfortable.
Yeah. It's cool. It's a good way to have a Tahitian bracelet without breaking the bank.
Oh, for sure.
Although I don't know how much they are, so I'm not going to guess.
That's all right.
So, all right. Hey, if you like what we do, subscribe to the channel, and guess we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Again, hit us up with any questions. We'll answer them.
Yeah, put them in the comment section.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.